So guys, have you ever played a Roblox game and said, wow, this GUI is so amazing, I want to make that? So you speedrun to your game in Roblox Studio and start working on it, only for you to be disappointed.
Bruh.
So that's probably why you clicked on this video, right? To make better GUIs. Don't worry, I gotcha. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is make your way over to Start GUI and add in a Screen GUI, and then inside the Screen GUI you can go ahead and add in any UI object you like. I'll add in a frame. So I'm going to go ahead and resize this frame, and I think that's a good resize. And what I'm going to do is add something called a UI gradient. Now a UI gradient allows two or more colors to blend in with each other, so you can create a custom type of color sequence. So what you can do is, I can go ahead and get a light blue color, and I can put this one another type. And as you can see, we get a mix of that, and in our frame, we see that right there, we get that color sequence. And what we can do is we can make, we can have other values of colors inside, so we can customize it even more. So I can make this really dark, and then I can make this really bright, like green, and then I can go ahead and make this a bit dark, and then I think I'm gonna have one more thing, and this is gonna be right here. So if you look right here, it does not look great because some of them are way too close. So you're gonna want to remove the keyframes. So remove the keyframes, it's gonna look so much better. So I'm gonna go equally distributed. There, and there. Now, even if it looks like this sometimes, maybe your color is way too dark or way too light. So you can go ahead and change that a bit if you want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I feel satisfied with my color sequence for my UI gradient. Now the next thing we're gonna work on is a UI stroke. So a UI stroke creates an outline on your image. Now there are two types. We have contextual and border. Contextual is for the text. Now this only works on text label. Now in the border is the UI stroke that actually works with the border. So you see you have the border pixel, right? So you're thinking, why do I have to use this when I could just use border size pixel? Doesn't it work? Well, let's see what happens when you add in the UI border. What's that? It says frames border pixels over by UI corner, meaning we cannot use border size pixel to define our border, meaning we have to use UI stroke instead. So we can change the thickness with the UI corner as much as we like. Even make it 100, we can still do that, and it'll still look like that. So that was the benefit of the UI stroke. Now what we can do is we can make a UI like the one that I showed you previously in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this bit stretchy like this. There. I'll go ahead and add in a UI corner. I'll have a UI gradient, and I'll have a UI stroke. There. I'm gonna have all of that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. And I'm also gonna turn this into 100 like the other one. There, I think that's good. And all I have to do is make this border mode, and I'll have to change the thickness. That's good enough. And the last thing I have to do is make a UI gradient for this. That is perfect. I'll go ahead and close that. And we can actually change the rotation of this UI gradient. So I'll set this to 90. There. That's good enough. Alright, now what we're going to do is we can add a text label, and I'm going to put it on the side right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this obviously visible. There you go. And the text is going to be, I'll say 1.4K, because this is going to be representing strengths like the UI inside the game we were playing earlier. So there. I think I got to make it a bit smaller. Okay, that's good enough. So what I'm going to do is add a UI gradient inside the text, and what you can actually do is, yes, you can make a gradient text. So you can actually do that, and you can add a keyframe inside, so you can change how much of red or white is going through. So this seems like enough for me, and yes, I'll set this to 90 degrees. There. Now, the last thing I want to do is add an image label, and I'll just put it right here. That's good enough. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete the background, and I'm going to delete the image holder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Toolbox. In order to open it, click View, and then click Toolbox right here. I'm going to go to select Images, right? Already selected, and I'll type what I want to type. So, for this, I'll type in Strength. There, now I'm going to choose which one I want to use, and I think I got one. There you go, right here. So when you click one of these images, a decal will be added inside the selected instance. So what we're going to do, we're going to select this, copy this decal ID, and we're going to apply it to our image label by going to Image inside the image label and then pasting that. So there you go. Now we have our first GUI, and we can delete the decal because we don't need it anymore. And now we can go ahead and duplicate this, all out. I'll put one here, and I'll put one here, and I'll just arrange back the text. There you go. All right, now I'm gonna make this one. I'm gonna have this one right here. I'm gonna name it Coins. Let's type in Coins. Right, that one's good. So I'll go ahead and click decal. I'll copy this, and I'll put this inside the image label I want to put it in. And there you go. We change that image, and I'll just change the text. Let's just say 2.3 million. I think that's good. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and go to the last one right here. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna type in something called Rebirth. There. Oh, there you go. Something already good just popped up. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and copy this ID, and I'm going to put this inside the image label once again. And there you go. And the last thing I'm going to do is change the text label. So I'll set this to 10. And look, bam, there you go. All it takes is a few things, and you can have your GUI looking like this, already like the ones that are inside the game. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is how to make a rainbow button. Yes, a rainbow button. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add in a button. I'll say text button right here. We're going to go ahead and add a UI gradient. Now, before I do that, I want to add in a UI quarter so I can make it round. There, that's nice. So I don't intend in adding a border, so I'm not going to use UI stroke. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and use UI gradient. And now what you do is you select this 3-dot button, and then you go ahead and choose the start of the color and then the end of the color for your rainbow. So this is going to look like this for me. Right now, inside these keyframes, you're gonna go ahead and want to add the next color that comes after the color that was of the previous color keyframe. So I'll go ahead and do orange. I'll set that right there. I'll set this one to yellow. This one is gonna be green, and this one is gonna be light blue. I think that's good right there. And then I'll add in blue, and then I'll let this do the rest. So I'll go ahead and evenly spread out these keyframes, and there you go. So the UI gradient will blend in some of the mid colors that are between these two priority colors right here, and basically it'll blend in and make a rainbow button. And there you go. So in the next video, I'll show you guys how you can make animating buttons. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day.